my issue with church. How you going to ask black people to pay a $45 million loan on a megachurch, but yet you don't put none of those black people to work? So let me get this right now. You just took out a $45 million loan from a white bank. Once the interest is paid, you're looking at probably 45 times 45. And you're asking black people to pay this. So the bank is getting rich, but what does the community get? Do you have a supermarket to go with that church? Is there a factory to go with that church? Is there some airplanes to go to that church? Hell no! Let me tell you how things get done in Oklahoma City. When white folks want something done, they don't wait for election day. They show up with a briefcase full of money. They say, Judge, we need that law switched. It go $500,000. Just like that, the law changed. And black folk are talking about, did you vote? Are you registered? Listen to me. I'm convinced, and I don't mind saying it here and now, and it's not true for every church. There's exceptions for every rule. But for so many of them, especially the mega church, I believe unequivocally that the devil operates more in the house of the Lord than outside of it. Next time you go to church and they say it's time to collect the Lord's money, this is what I want you to do. After all the money's been collected, I want you to bring it to the most holiest spot in the room. Find the spot where they say Jesus was, and bring all the money, and then I want you to call up to the Lord and say, Lord, I'm about to throw this money up, and everything you need, you take, and whatever comes back down, we giving that shit back to the people that he took it from. My problem with church is this. Because I want to make sure my Christian brothers and sisters don't think I'm attacking the faith. Not your faith, but the con artists who come in the name of it. I need you to separate the two. Here's my issue with church. How you going to ask black people to pay a $45 million loan on a megachurch, but yet you don't put none of those black people to work? So let me get this right now. You just took out a $45 million loan from a white bank. Once the interest is paid, you're looking at probably 45 times 45. And you're asking black people to pay this. So the bank is getting rich, but what does the community get? Do you have a supermarket to go with that church? Is there a school to go with that church? Is there a hospital to go with that church? Is there a factory to go with that church? Is there some airplanes to go to that church? Hell no! All that money, and the only thing he gives you back is hope. We don't need no more hope. We had hope in Obama. No, hell with hope. You know what hope does? It paralyzes black people. Hope makes you think that all you got to do is wait and pray and times get better. Enough hope. We need faith in ourselves. Faith in what we can do. Not hope in what somebody on the outside can do. And then there's the issue of white Jesus. And I can tell because some of y'all scratching at you. Some of y'all got a white Jesus at home. Now, I'm going to break this down so it makes sense. Because the pastors always want to ask me, well, listen, Doc, we listen to you and all. But why do you keep talking about the Jesus thing? Color don't matter. And then I say, Pastor, I'm a psychologist. Color does matter. Listen, y'all, and I want y'all to understand this so y'all know it's not a superficial argument. Your brain stores all information in symbols or archetypes. Every memory you got is translated into an image. If a child is raised up since birth looking at a white image of God, the brain will take that image, codify it, and make it a part of the child's law of their own being. So when a child grows up, their brain will associate that image of white Jesus with anything white. So then by the time he gets to second grade, he expects the principal to be white because God is white. He expects the judge to be white because God is white. In fact, he's comfortable with white people running his whole damn life. Because if God is white, and God is pure, and God is all power, then maybe it only makes sense that white people should be in control. Listen, I'm telling you, you're teaching black kids to worship white folks before the white teacher even get to them. And then some of you say, yeah, that makes sense. So let me go and get another Jesus. So you go down to the Jesus shop. And guess what you do? You cheat. Say, Dr. Umar said, you can't be white. That purple nappy hit it one at the end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and get this Kaplan Asian Jesus. And you come home with Lionel Richie on the damn wall. Still got a perm, hazel eyes, candy apple lipstick, swagalicious, metrosexual Christ. I know you still got white Jesus. Because sometimes I got to evaluate children in the home. If a child is ambulatory, they're not mobile, they can't go to school, I got to come to the house, evaluate the kid. And I'm still shocked that I go into homes and I still see white Jesus. I once dated a sister. I had to stop dating her because she had a life-size Christ. No lie. Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn. Life-size Jesus. High definition. The kind you plug in and he light the hell up. Now what the hell I want to go to sleep with his ass on the wall looking at me? You gotta watch the images that you feed your children, brothers. When you go home today, if you got any image in your house that is not unapologetically African, take it down and burn it in the name of your child's mental health. That's very important. So what are you saying, doctor? You hate white folks? No, I don't hate nobody. Hatred is energy, and we can't afford to waste none. I don't have to teach you hate in order for you to love yourself. See, our nationalism is not the opposite of white nationalism. White nationalism comes with the requisite of hatred for black folks. We don't have to hate nobody. We just affirm the right to have the final say on all things involving our destiny. That's all we're saying. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm not going to waste my time proving that to white folks. I think black scholars spend too much time trying to prove to white folks they don't hate them. You ain't the one who put their ancestors in slavery. What you arguing for? You ain't the one who codified their inhumanity. What you arguing for? So the white man said we're going to put them in 4 groups. Then we're going to take out all the economics from the hood. And then we're going to go into the high schools in Oklahoma City and take out all the shop programs. We're stripping all that out. Never again will you be able to get a license straight from high school. We want the white unions in Oklahoma City to dictate who gets trained and who gets hired on the projects in the city. That's why when you ride downtown Oklahoma, your tax money, aren't they certified? Because y'all stripped the high schools of the programs. And y'all gave the union total control over who gets trained and who gets hired. White boys go to jail too. But when they come out, they got little secret programs for them. He'll come out with 2 felonies and 2 years later he got his own business as a plumber. How the hell that happened? Are y'all following me? But the problem is the black politician is scared to go up against the union. You know why? Number one, unions kill people for power. That's number one. Many of them are related to the mob. You know how that whole thing goes. Jimmy Hoffa. You messing with the union, you messing with the mob. But also, number two, unions have a lot of money to finance campaigns. And they have thousands of votes to get people elected. So if I'm a black politician, and you coming to me like, Doc, the carpenters union ain't got no black folks on it. Electricians union ain't got no black folks on it. I'm like, I don't want to go to war with them. They part of the reason I got elected. Which means Oklahoma City, Every black politician will always be a sellout in this city until you finance their election. Stop blaming. Stop blaming them for turning their back when you didn't dig in your damn pocket to keep them honest. Listen, who's paying for their TV advertisements? Who's paying for the radio commercial? Who's paying for the handbills? Who's paying to rent all the places around the city so they can come and give their platform? The Democratic Party doing that. So-called white liberals are doing that. You mean to tell me this black man's whole campaign was financed by white folk and you want him to carry out a black agenda? You think votes control money. Votes don't control money. Money controls the vote. Let me tell you how things get done in Oklahoma City. When white folks want something done, they don't wait for election day. They show up with a briefcase full of money. They say, Judge, we need that law switched. It go $500,000. Just like that, the law changed. And black folk are talking about, did you vote? Are you registered? Oh, silly ass hat on here, you need to fill this out. I would never say throw away the vote, but don't make it the be-all end all. It's a strategy, but it's one of many. And it's only going to work, Oklahoma, if y'all lock them together. Black folk got to have one voice. Neither Democrat or Republican. This is an independent black political union. And you have your own candidates for them. You don't need the Democrats and the Republican host. You host it. You bring it right here. This is the leading candidate for mayor for the Democrats, and this is the leading candidate for mayor for the Republicans. What are you willing to do for these 65,000 black votes? What are you willing to do? You listen to both sides, then kick their asses out, and then you have a conversation over who you think is more likely to carry out the job. And let me tell you a little secret. Either one of them will. You know why? Because if they know 65,000 votes put their ass in, they know 65,000 votes to kick their asses out. And I'm saying that because you got to realize it's not the person in the office that matters. Y'all get caught up on personality. Who you like the best? It don't matter. When you got the votes and the money behind your votes, it don't matter if it's Democrat or Republican. They're going to dance to your tune. But you got to have black unity for that. And the problem with black unity is what? We got too many petty differences. I mean, my God, we will make up groups just to have a fight.
And your daughters too. They're going to learn how to roll up their sleeves and change a flat tire. Because y'all sisters know that some of these men been destroyed by their mothers, so they don't change tires no more. He'll bring you to jack, but he ain't doing no jacking up. Some of these men don't even take out the trash no more.